Guys, come see the garden for spring. Had to do some cleanup, of course. Old Man Winter was a little rough, but everything is jumping up to greet the spring, sun and rain, and looking good this year. Come on over, check it out. We've got everything. We've got yellow sedum, monkey tail, geraniums. There's a standard Schefflera. We have jade and all my little cuttings and starter jades from the Big Mama on the back porch. This is a life plant for medicinal reasons. You can chew the leaves, and for the first time, these are the little bells that produces. This is the first year of seeing them. We have angels. You got to have them somewhere. Here's some geranium cuttings. There's the philodendron I let run loose and go up the big pine tree. This is variegated Schefflera. Try to get all these things out to you. Cordyline, that red. Elkhorn philodendron. And down in there we're going to see some red ginger and the last of the camellia. And there's a little dianthus. There's our red ginger. There's 3 of those. We're going to have to... Here's a hybrid hanging petunia. And of course our wonderful staghorn fern. Those of you that have been with us, this used to be the size of your hand. Now it's about 4 years old. Here's that camellia. Last buds on her. And I gotta do a deep dive over to get a look at the Brazilian butterfly plant and its little pink flowers that comes back year after year after year. We have little petunias. Now a lot of these are coming back from last year because of our mild weather. And a favorite here too is Gomphrena. Wonderful. It'll flower all year. At least all of the good till winter. We have snow on the mountain that I've let go. Usually you see them low. This I've let go into more of a tree. Bleeding heart vine and a standard begonia. And you know, we like cottage style gardening and we like things running in together. I do. Here is some croton, some Asian jasmine hanging down out of the planter. And look at how tall the wonderful purple queen. Usually you see it running on the ground. Because ours has a little more freedom, she'll stand right up and get a hold of something to lean on. Beautiful, tiny little pink flowers. And our wonderful spillover planter. Croton is coming back. It loses a lot of the leaves. And of course, here's our, let me think, 8-year-old geraniums still going. And those are standard red, and I'll get cuttings off them. Here is a rubber tree. And they are aggressive, and you have to watch. They will try to root right in between your concrete crack, and you have to keep them trimmed back. Apricot begonia. And again, hanging basket of purple queen. Wonderful things. A hybrid violet petunia in the background, we'll probably see better. Here is more of a hot lady's pink geranium. That's one plant. More dianthus. And another rooted geranium. That's a white. I really count on the white making it because they have a harder time than the colored ones for some reason. Petunia again. Boxwood. Pink polka dot plant. And there's more of a, what I call a dreamsicle orange geranium, and that's from last year. There's that wonderful, I just got this for Angela this year for Easter. Beautiful hybrid petunia. Running, hanging, clinging, whatever you want to call it. And a beautiful pink and white bougainvillea. And this, when I'm standing there, it is about up to my chest, this beautiful pink geranium. And here is the coveted angel wing begonia while I'm trimming, getting some of the old off. And that thing is wonderful, and you can propagate that as well. Here is begonia, more of a standard. That's standard green leaf and white. Here is the bronze leaf dragon wing with white flowers, and a Hawaiian tea behind that. And the wonderful red and fuchsia and pinks. And she's just on a comeback for this year, too. There's her little golden sedum. And our pothos. A standard white. And white polka dot plant. And this is the lily of the Nile. Here is the sunset jasmine. See the difference here from the Asian. The Asian is white and olive green, and the sunset is right there, 3 different ones. Here's the golden sedum. And she just flowered. We kind of just missed it, but you see all them flower heads. And this is the lemon sedum. And here is, this is for Jean in Virginia now. Our Tradescantia that grows like crazy here. Normally you get a little hanging pot full. I have to pull them like crazy to keep them from taking over. Here's our wonderful wisteria. And that was from a 3-inch little seedling that I ordered. And it's taken quite a while to get that big. Acacia palm. They have to be in the shade for the most part, but they love it outside. And there's another one from another year. More pink geraniums, big oversized clay pots. I love the clay pots. And we're gonna get in here and we're gonna see these wonderful iris. Well, here's verbena in pink. And I have babied this one back. It looked like some dead sticks this spring. That is from last year, but look at her now. Here is the wonderful 2 different walking iris from Linda out in Davie, Florida. Love those. Just glorious. And look at the yellow. Oh my goodness. So pretty. And here's why they're called walking, if you don't understand. This iris will lay out a leg way away from the mother plant and drop onto some soil, and that baby right at the flower there will root another plant, and it can continue that way on and on and on. Here's another. I'm seeing a flower stem on our beautiful lily of the Nile. Here's flax lily in the green and white. More croton. This is what's left of being taken over by the copper plant, which is now a copper tree, the little cypress bush there. Usually you'll see these copper plants, I say it every time, 2-3 feet tall. This one is about 12 feet tall. I keep her in line, but I can't totally get rid of it. And this is called Persian Shield. It has the partial sun, partial shade. There's a palm I had to take out. That was our owl's nest before. There's Draconia, Zinnia, Standard, love them, yellow, and the beautiful burnt orange or rusty orange. Those will get a lot bigger. Here is a knockout rose coming in. This yellow, I'll have to think a second on that. Lysanthius. And this is our firecracker bush, and it'll be loaded with these little firecrackers, and I was happy to see that it did have some on there so you can see. Here's a couple other ones we have, and Crown of Thorns. And Brazilian butterfly. Standard begonia again. And you guys that know and have been here, here's a little pot of Cuban buttercups. Those will be wonderful buttery yellow. Here's the ground cover, and it's quite a mix of jasmines and the zebra tradescantia. And there's so many mixed in. Here is the Queen's Wreath, wonderful. She put her first blooms out. I didn't quite catch the nice color, but she will bloom again, so we'll get to see her again. Our golden sedum again, and being in the shade, she's more green, you'll notice. And our hibiscus is coming back. Here's Hebby guarding the walkway to the back. And our holly bush, you can see that queen's wreath wrapping around that trellis. And another, I'm so proud of these jades that I started. You can see a table just full of different starters. Purple queen, which is part of the Tradescantia. There's spiderwort. And then giant ball mums. I love these, not mums, zinnia. Love them. Pink. Here's a hot lips pink. Geranium. Dragon wing. Begonia again. There's Neptune and some starter rubber trees. And our hummingbird feeder, and here's where we get a cool view. More begonia. You see the zebra Tradescantia on the ground, and look at this little stinker. This tricolored philodendron is hanging about 12 feet from that pot, and there's a cutting. And one of 3 bird baths plus 2 fountains. Make sure the birds can get a drink. And that reminds me of some of our friends and subscribers that are afraid to leave a comment. Oh, there's crinum lily and yucca, big dense bush of plumbago. And our wonderful giant red bougainvillea. Also in there in the foreground here, she's getting taken over, but there is a jatropha tree which is red also. This might look untended to some. It is that way for privacy. Thank you. We like to have some of that too. Here's a close-up of the jatropha and her beautiful little red flowers. Bougainvillea dominant. Those are in Australia, they're around the Mediterranean. You see them in Italy, Greece, and the big tree in the front yard is a magnolia. Pretty sure it's a saucer type magnolia, and she is filling up with buds already. Coming around for a 709er. Here's some plumeria I rooted. And a wonderful, I think we got just getting a couple of flowers on this beautiful knockout rose in the peach, if you can see it. A little tough sometimes in the sun. That is a peach. And there's a plumeria, and you can see her. That's Plumeria frangipani, well known on the Hawaiian Islands. Here's a fabulous look at this hybrid petunia. And I've done some more landscape wall work here. And this is where Angela gets irritated with me because I say plants have priority and she has to get out of her car here, but you cannot disturb the aloe flowers right now this year. This time of year, they're just gorgeous. Here I like to show the front, the way I keep this manicured with the stone wall, the ground jasmine, where if you let it grow and fill up, it'll get thick and deep. And that's what you're seeing on the low part here. Accented by the King Bougainvillea, Indian Hawthorn, and the Plumbago. We got a Canary Island tree tucked in here and there, and then a queen palm. And here's what I want to show. Just so she can spill over and have a lot of freedom and room, but you can see the wall underneath as well. Indian Hawthorn bed and the Plumbago on top. And the aloe is always used around the house. And there's my stonework. And step up to the yard. We have the iron fence around half of the yard. And you remember I built that knee wall. And folks, we hope you enjoyed our garden today. She is part of God's glory, and we're so happy to show it and share it. Take care, everybody. Be good, and we'll see you in the next amazing, awesome, off the chain gardening, collector, and shopping video.